Hey y'all, it's the 5th, Wednesday, 5th of June. I'm happy to announce that my copy of my new vinyl, it's been a few years now since I've had something come out on vinyl. So I'm really chuffed to share this with you. I got my copy in a planisphere. This is very cool. It's on the Numero Group label. You all know that label. This is ultra cool. I'll tell the whole story, but I finally got my copy in a cool die cut cover. It's a various artists, and what we have here is a picture disc that when you use it with this. This is a planisphere. The picture disc is the night sky, and it describes on the back here how to use the actual disc to do sky observation. And it includes my song Dream Music. I'm so pleased about this. There's my name. Isn't that beautiful? On the Numero Group label, I'm certain that many of you have many releases on that label. They've been putting out compilations and reissues and box sets of really cool stuff for years now. So let me tell the story about this right quick. I told it already, but I'll recap it. I guess it was probably 2 years ago now that Numero Group were doing a tour of pop-up shops selling their records across the United States. And when they came to Omaha, they did one at the Hi-Fi House, which I'm associated with. And so I went down to hang out. I really didn't have any money to spend. I didn't buy anything, but got to talking to the owners. Turns out they knew about my background, and one of them actually owned a copy or a couple copies of my early records, the Digital Sex and maybe one of my singles. But we got to talking, and they were listening while we were there, and we struck up a deal for just a minute. Let me put this away right quick. Let me just pop this. Can I pop it? Yes, I can. So pleased about this. This is so cool. Nice, heavy card, some kind of card stock here that it comes in. But the song Dream Music comes from my second 7-inch EP, which I released in 1983, Dereck 2. It's signed because years after I was able to buy this copy back from my friend Brian, who had gotten married, had a kid, and was selling all his records. So this is the most pristine copy I have. I only have 3 copies because this one I believe is, okay, that was one in decent shape. I think I still have a test pressing. I sold a test pressing. Man, I think I have a test pressing, but I've got, okay, so I do. This one is beat, but I've got 3 personal copies of this that I'm holding on to. But this is where the song originally comes from. Dream Music also came out on CD on the Digital Sex CD, Essence and Rarities, the one that came out in 1994. So it's also available, but I also have this available digitally on my Bandcamp site. All these songs are available. So I just want to share this with you. And the other songs on here are pretty good. The whole project is really neat. And there's some background behind these artists, besides me, none of whom I offhand recognize. So I'm going to be diving in and finding out more about the people I'm associated with on this record. But grab a copy of this. I don't know how many of these there are, if it's limited or if I don't know how many they pressed. But Here's the other deal. When I signed the licensing deal, not a publishing deal, but a licensing deal, I was paid in advance. It wasn't very much, okay? That's been long gone. But part of the licensing contract that I signed is that depending on how it sells, like for example, if it doesn't sell, legally they could ask for their money back. They could ask me for the advance back. But if it sells and it sells to a profit, it's in my contract. I only get pennies on the dollar, but I profit share on this if enough of these sell. So grab one. Not just for that reason. This is really cool. It's a couple of bucket list things taken care of in one. I'm on another label. You know, I've been released on several small labels now. Most notable, Sordide Sentimental and Saddle Creek Records perhaps are the most notable known labels up to now. Numero Group now is a label that's released to me. This is my first appearance, or this is the first time any of my music is on a picture disc. That I'm digging, because I had talked about that. How, you know, it'd be nice, even though picture discs aren't made necessarily to be played, but it would be nice to have a release on a picture disc, and now I do have one. Real pleased to share this with you folks. Okay, I'm going to keep it short. I'll leave the link to this below. Please grab a copy. Oh, also I'll leave a link to, well, you can hear this on the Numero Group site. There's a sample of it on there. I'm real proud of this. It's me playing all the instruments. I recorded it back in maybe late 1981 or 82. It was when my friend Tom Ware had just become a studio engineer at Rainbow. And so it's like what has happened with actually quite a few records over the years where the band or the artist can't afford studio time. And so they go in on off hours in the middle of the night when the engineer needs to practice or some situation like that. That's how I was able to record the tracks for Dereck 2. I play all the instruments live. I'm playing live drums, guitar, bass, synthesizers. And I wouldn't be surprised if someone tries to tell me, well, this is the best thing you've ever done. No, that ain't even true. If you think this is the best thing I've ever done, you have not listened to what I do. Please check this out. I'm so chuffed. Chuffed.